morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. And how do you do? How do you do, dear students? Namaste and welcome to today's English class of grade 7. Today we are in Unit 8. So in previous classes we already started Unit 8 and we have gone through a reading text called A Trip to a Village, and then we have already completed exercises related to listening and speaking, and also went through grammar exercises, grammar I and grammar II. And today we are dealing with the activities given in writing I and writing II. Okay, so what is there in writing I and writing II? I hope you are excited to know about it and learn the activities given there. Before starting writing I section, I would like to ask a question. And I know you will be wonder to listen this question. What is that question? Do you want to see? The question is, what did you do yesterday? Very simple question, isn't it? What did you do yesterday? What do you reply me? Think, what did you do yesterday? Remembered? Okay, many activities, isn't it? You did many activities. Some of you might say, I went to school and met my friends, talked with them, or maybe about morning you could share about morning. I woke up early in the morning, then I had my breakfast, went to school. Gradually you can say in a step by step as well, or some activities you could answer. If you ask me, what did you do yesterday? I would share some of the activities that I did yesterday. I would say I went to a party. I met my friends over there, and then I ate many delicious food in the party. In this way, okay, we can share our past activities, what we did yesterday. You can also share with your friends, or you can also ask your friends, what did you do yesterday? Okay, share some of the activities you did yesterday with your friends. I hope you will do that. I have some more questions related with this. What did you do yesterday? But this time, these questions are associated, related with pictures. You have to answer it looking at the pictures given over here. Are you ready for that? Okay, I hope all of you are ready. Now look at the picture, listen to the question and answer it. Look at this first picture. What do you see over here? Two hands washing, right? Washing clothes. And this next one, milk. You can see milk over here. Okay, first question. If I ask you over here, what did you do yesterday? What would be the reply? How do you reply it? What did you do yesterday? Related with the picture? So you have to answer, I washed clothes. I washed clothes yesterday. I washed clothes yesterday. Then let's move to this next picture. What did you drink yesterday? What did you drink? Not do, but drink. What would be the answer? How do you answer it? Yes, correct. I drank a glass of milk. I washed clothes. I drank a glass of milk. Then Okay, for this picture, where did you go yesterday? Where did you go? I went hiking. I went hiking, or you could name the place name as well, right? Where? Then this last picture, this is the last picture, and the question is, what did you do yesterday again? What did you do yesterday? You can answer. What's your answer? Okay, you could answer like this. I danced on stage. I danced on stage. So we discussed all these activities, questions to share about our activities in the past. Okay, our activities in the past. What did we do? I went, I danced, I washed, I drank, all the activities in the past. Now look at here, writing 1. Okay, now we are entering into writing 1, session of writing 1. Why did we discuss those questions? Now the discussion we made earlier, that will help us to do this activity. That's why we discuss those activities. Okay, let's read the instruction. A number, ask your friends these questions. Write down their answers in complete sentences. Okay, it asks about complete sentences. This is a kind of interview type exercise. Okay, so this is a very interesting task that you can carry out in your class. You'll enjoy doing this activity in the class because you are going to ask your friends, interview your friends. First of all, we have 5 questions, guiding questions. These 5 guidelines, 5 questions will guide us to carry out this exercise, to complete this activity. Let's read questions first. Then I will tell you what to do with these questions later on. Okay? What are the questions? Number 1, when was your last vacation? So when was it? You could share time of the year. Time of the year, you could say when was your last vacation, or date, time. You can share seasons or some type of the vacation you can share. Then where did you go? Where did you go in that vacation? Okay, maybe place name, right? What do we need over here? Place name. Where did you go? How did you go? How did you go? Means of transportation. How? Or on foot, or the way you went over there. Or you just simply could mention how, by which means you went there. On bike, airplane, or maybe bus, by bus. How did you go there? You have to mention that. And next question is, who did you go with? Who did you go with? Who were there? With whom you go there? You mention that with friends, relatives, family. So with whom did you go there? You have to mention about the people. So you expect people's name over there. What did you do there? What did you do in that place or during that trip or journey? What activities you carry out over there? Okay, actually, instead of sharing your own, here you are asking with your friends. Friend 1, 2, 3, 4 mean you are going to ask with 4 friends, 4 different friends. You are going to ask their experience, their experience of the vacation. What you are asking all these 5 questions to your friend, and get informations from them and write here in these columns. I will give you example of one or two friends. I'll give you example, and then you can carry on doing this interview task with your more friends or 4 friends. You can do of all 4 friends, 1, 2 and 3, 4. The activity says to write down the sentences, complete sentences. Though what you can do is, first of all, go to your friend with this kind of table and ask these questions all one by one, not all at once. One by one, ask these questions. Okay, and then get keywords from your friend and write keywords first. I suggest you to write keywords first instead of writing complete sentences. Example for, okay, let's do a friend one. Suppose you asked your friend, when was your last vacation? Your first friend, your friend one might say, Dasing. Okay, Dasing was my last vacation. Dasing vacation. I got Dasing vacation. And then, where did you go? Where did you go? He or she might answer, Soembunath, place name. Dasing, Soembunath, how did you go? How did you go? Bike, on bike. And who did you go with? With whom did you go? Who did you go with? Answer could be parents. I went there with parents. What did you do? Activities. Activities you carried on there. The activities were visited the temple, took photos, several other activities your friend could answer, and you can fill up these keywords over here. One more example of friend 2. Place. When was the vacation? Summer. In summer or summertime. Summer vacation. And where did you go in summer vacation? Place name? Pokhara. How did you go? Bus. By bus. Who did you go with? Friends. Or you can say classmates, right? Classmates, friends. What did you do? What did you do there? Boating, observe views, and some more activities your friends could answer. After filling up like this with keywords, so do a friend, your third friend and fourth friend, okay, all 4 friends, you get these keywords from your friends. And then only you come back and then you develop table like this with same questions that we discussed or you asked with your friends. Friend 1, then only you can develop those keywords into sentences. Like with the keyword, when was your last vacation? Friend 1, what did your friend 1 replied? Dasing, right? So you can write, my last vacation was in Dasing. Then where did you go? Where did you go? I went to Soembunath. I went to Soembunath. How did you go? I went there on a bike. Who did you go with? I went there with my parents. What did you do? What did you do there? I visited temples and took some photos around. Then you can develop the keywords into sentences like this. So we are following stepwise procedure, one by one. First of all, interview, getting keywords, and then changing those keywords into sentences. Then we are writing. After this, we will write a paragraph. So let's change this. These are guidelines, frame. In this frame, you have to write the sentences within the sentences, and these sentences, now we will combine the sentences into a paragraph. Okay, let's go through the paragraph now in this way. Okay, friend 2. Friend 2 also. Let me give sentences of friend 2 as well. When was your last vacation? My last vacation was in summer. Summer vacation was my last vacation. Where did you go? I went to Pokhara. How did you go? I went there by bus. Who did you go with? I went there with my friends. And the last one is, what did you do? I enjoyed boating and visited many places, different places. Okay, like this, friend 2 also made. Now third friend, fourth friend, you can make develop table like this. One of the example, I will give you a friend 1. Friend 1, let's develop text paragraph of friend 1 now. Here it goes. Number B. Where did you go in your last vacation? Write a couple of paragraphs about it. Try answering the above questions in your paragraph. Okay, exactly. This is about, you can write about yourself, about your own vacation. But here, I'm giving an example from one of your friend, a friend first one. I'm giving you example. Now, this instruction says to write about your own. But I suggest you, first of all, the one you developed about your friend, you can develop that into the paragraph. First of all, do that. So one of your friend 1, so we have developed keywords, we got keywords and then develop those keywords into the sentences. Now developing these sentences into paragraph. Otherwise, when you are asked to write a paragraph directly, write a short paragraph, what did you do in your last vacation, then we might feel puzzled and difficult to write at that time, don't we? Yes. So here first of all, we discussed about our past activities in the beginning. What did you do yesterday? So all activities we discussed were in the past. After that, 5 questions were there, which would keep us in the frame. And then only after getting the points, developing into sentence, then last stage, then only we develop that into paragraph. So how it would be very easy to write a paragraph in a frame. Okay, let's go through this paragraph. Are you ready, all of you? Okay, this is about your first friend. Last time I went to Swayambhunath. Last time I went to Swayambhunath with my parents. We went there on a bike. I had a good ride between my dad and mom. Observing a beautiful view on the way. We reached there around 10:30 a.m. We visited the temples. Then we had some food there, went around the stupa, took some pictures and observed a wonderful view of Kathmandu. As the stupa was also called a monkey temple, we could see many monkeys there. We spent some time watching their silly activities. Then we came back home around at 2 o'clock. So, did you find all the points we discussed before or not? Did you find? Yes, I guess. Right? So, last time I went to Swayambhunath with my parents. Where did you go? Swayambhunath. With whom did you go? With my parents. How did you go on bike? Right? How did you go? With whom did you go? With mom and dad. And then what did you do? Several activities, right? Several activities, observing beautiful view and then visited temples. These are the activities. Had some food, took some pictures, observed a wonderful view of Kathmandu. So these were and then watching the silly activities of the monkeys. These were activities that were carried out over there. So in this way, if you are sharing about your own experience of visiting, then you also first of all write down keywords on the basis of the questions given there, 5 keywords or some more example. For in the activities we need to write some more, then develop those activities into lines, sentences, then only write paragraph like this. Then it would be very easy for you. Okay, now let's see what's there next. Okay, there is a text, a trip to a village. You might be wondering, we have already gone through this text, right? Reading text, we have already gone through. Why is it here again? Okay, I have brought this text over here. I have brought this text over here to reread again. Why we are rereading again this text? So last time we read this text with the perspective of doing reading exercises. Okay, we did reading exercises, reading this text. But today we are reading it again because this is also your one of the travel experience. Okay, the writer over here is sharing experience of the writer, travel experience of the writer. So let's reread once again, and that would help you to write about your own travel experience. So we are rereading it from that perspective. So while writing the text, we can give a title to our text, A Trip to a Village. A Trip to a Village is the title. Then let's start. Last year. When? Answer of when. Last year. When was it? Last year. 3 friends of mine decided to spend a holiday in the mountains. With whom? Friends. Where? In the mountains. See? All answers of the questions, guiding questions. With whom? When? Where? With whom? They set off by car early in the morning, and by the late afternoon they had almost reached the village where they were going to stay. By car. How did they go? By car. And they reached the village by afternoon, late afternoon. So you can see the words decided, set off, then reached, right? Reached. These words, all sentences, all the words, sentences are in past tense, right? Because these activities were already carried out in the past. After stopping for a quick cup of tea at a wayside cafe, they set off again along the winding road that led to the mountains. They had a map with them. According to the map, the village they were going to stay in was only about 15 miles away. So these were how did they go, what type of road was there, slowly the activities they did. The next paragraph, it got dark not long after this, and it began to rain. So whatever happened, whatever activities happened over there, explained in this travel experience. It rained. It began to rain, which of course made it more difficult to see the road clearly. So they could not see road clearly. It is also mentioned what they could not do. They could not see the road properly because of rain. After they had driven for about 15 miles, there was still no sign of village. Okay, writer is hearing here about their friend's trip, his friend's trip, his friend's visiting experience. That you need to write about your friend now in the writing one. That's why we are reading this. You could say they, right? They. Last year, 3 friends of mine. Friends went there, not writer himself. Obviously, the map they had was not a very good one. Map was not one they had. Okay? The writer is talking about his friends. They. Then let's continue. They went on for another 5 miles and then the car suddenly stopped. At first, my friend thought that they had run out of petrol, but on examination, they found that this was not the trouble. What happened there? He was describing what happened there. Something else was wrong with the car. Since they could not start the car again, they decided to spend the night in the car. Though they had very little food with them, there was not much room for 3 people. Early in the morning, a car came along the road. They stopped the driver and asked him where the village was. He told them it was just on the other side of the hill. They tied their car to his car and pulled them to the top of the hill. After that, their car ran all the way downhill to the village where they found a hotel and had a good breakfast. They reached there, had a good breakfast. Of course, if they had walked up the hill the night before, they would not have had to spend an uncomfortable night in the car. So all the activities is mentioned. They had to pull the car, and then they found hotel. They reached there. They had breakfast. So all the activities. That means writer wrote about his friend's visiting experience. That is what you need to do in your writing one task, writing I task. Collect informations from your friend and develop it into sentences with keywords, and you can develop that into paragraph or too many paragraphs or the paragraphs. In this way you can carry out writing 1. Now let's move to writing I. Okay, second task is writing I. Let's see what's there. Writing I is about story completion. Complete the story, use past simple forms of verbs from brackets. Okay, so such kind of activities we did in the previous classes as well, because the grammar lessons were also related with simple past activities, right? Forms of the past activities. Let's do this also. This is also a kind of story. This is a story. Let's complete this. One autumn evening, Charles and Bet go. What's the past form of go? Go went, right? Go went to the theater. They attend a play. So what is the past form of attend? Yes, what is it? Okay, good. The past form is attended. Attended a play. The play start. What is the past form of start? Started. Okay. Started at 7. Charles and Beth enjoy. What's the past form of enjoy? Enjoy. Enjoyed. Okay, enjoyed the play. After the play, they walked. Okay, yes. Walked together in the park. They, okay, we have already done of walk, so walked again beside the lake. The moon did not be bright. be. Okay, past form of be over here we need a was. The moon was bright. They did not talk. What's the past form of talk? Talked, right? Talked about their future. When Charles and Beth go, we have already done went, right? Went home. Their children not be asleep. Were not asleep. They waited. Okay, waited for Charles and Beth to return. They be. Okay, they were, right? They were excited to hear about the play. Charles, tell fast form, told the children about the play. Then Beth, put. Okay, past form is also put the children to bed. Charles and Beth were very tired and it was a good night. Okay, our story is completed over here. Then one more story writing task is here. Now write a story, take help from these points, use the past form of the verbs. And here this is not fill in the blanks exercise. We have clues over here, right? One old crane can no longer catch fish, starving, finds an idea, tells fish that fishermen would come and catch them. So we have clues over here. Now we have to develop these clues into the story. Last time in speaking activity also we did we discussed a story, right, of this crane, and we interpreted it a little bit differently, and here we have to rewrite the story on the basis of clues. So it should not be different from the clues given there. Okay, now let's rewrite the story. Look at the picture and then we can, okay, what's going on the picture? Crane, you can see a fish, right? Fish and crane, they were talking. So let's develop it into the story. Once upon a time there was an old crane. He no longer could catch the fish in the pond. He was starving and thought of an idea. He told all the fish that a fisherman would come to the pond to catch them. So he suggested them it would be better to shift from the pond. The fish believed the crane. It became old, used its idea, and then the fish believed. Next picture, look at what's going on. Crane caught the fish, maybe not catching, but helping as per his promise. Then the fish asked for help with the crane. He would help them to shift to another pond. All the fish happily agreed. The crane started to take fish one by one. He ate them up all. Okay, after that, the crab was observing the activities of the crane. There was crab also around that pond and observing. The fish in the pond was decreasing. So the crab wanted to find out the truth. The next day, the crab talked to the crane and asked him if the crab could come with him. The crane agreed and carried the crab in its beak. Then the crane took the crab to a grassland and kept there. Not finding any pond there, the crab asked the crane, "What did you do with the fish?" Then the crane replied, "I ate them all." The crab got angry, climbed up the neck of crane and killed him. And the story is over. Okay, so we are almost at the end of today's class. One more thing is left, that is extra bit. Okay, extra bit. And what's there? Use the correct form of the verbs from the brackets to complete the story. Suggest a title to the story and retell it to your friends. Okay, this is a similar activity that we have already done, right? You just need to fill up these blanks, blanks with these verbs using the past tense, and then the story will be completed. Also suggest a title. So with this, we have come to the end of today's class. I hope you enjoyed all the activities of task of writing I and writing I and learned how to share your visiting experience or share your friends visiting experience after interview, and then write stories in the past tense. That's all for today. Thank you. Namaste.